Today I'd like to tie for you a giant black Hemingway Stonefly. The hook I have in the vise is a size 10 and this is a 6 extra long. I'm going to use the Hemingway bodies, and these are dark and these are the large. I'm going to make a big stonefly. For the legs, I have the Hemingway rubber legs and they're black. We're going to start out with 20 thousandths wire. And I'm going to start that about where the point of the hook is. I'm going to put another layer of lead on the front portion. And we're going to stop that about 3 wraps before we reach the lower layer. I'm going to take my flat pliers and I'm going to squeeze the top section. That'll help give us a little wider body in the thorax. Our thread, I'm going to use 8/70 denier. This is black. I'm going to start it behind the eye so I get that up on top. Make sure that flat portion is horizontal. And secure all of this lead. Put several wraps in back of the lead. For the tail, I'm going to take a pair of black Goose Biots. Use that curve to your advantage. We want that tail to be half the length of the hook shank. You could leave the remainder on and use it to help you cover the lead. Going to take the second one, measure that up, tie that one in. You can see how that Biot helps. Going to take a fine copper wire. I'm going to tie that in for the ribbing. I'm going to take the abdomen portion, and you can see it has a white tab on it. We're going to tie that in. Make sure that stays on top. Now I'm going to take black crystal dub for the underbody. I'm going to wrap the abdomen. Until we reach the thorax. I'm going to take that body, I'm going to fold that over, I'm going to take the copper wire, I'm going to wind that in. Make sure it stays on top as you're going. And I'm going to bring my thread up to the front. Get rid of that copper wire. I'm going to take 2 more black Goose Biots for the antenna. And I don't want these, I only want these about half the size of the tail. We're going to tie them one on each side of the eye of the hook. And I'm going to tie them in. I'm going to use them to cover the lead. And when I reach the abdomen, I'm going to trim them off. I'm going to take the top part, the wing pads, bring my thread up there. I'm going to tie that white right in between those antennae. There we go. And secure that. Going to take those legs and I'm going to tie it in by the tab on the front, push that right up to the nose there. Whoop. Let me get one closer. Put some wraps in between. For the thorax, I'm going to use 2 black ostrich herl. And we'll tie them right in. And I'm going to bring my thread back up forward. Putting a little more, a couple more wraps onto the legs as I go. I'm going to wrap the wind the ostrich herl. You want to get those wraps as tight as you could. And we'll wind that right up to the nose. Now when we wrap it down, we want to go between this one. So we have to make sure our thread is at that position. I'm going to go right in back of the first set of legs. We're right in front of the first set of legs. Wrap that in. I'm going to give it a whip finish right there. And here we have a giant black Hemingway Stonefly. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.